Welcome in to another Woolly review with Wendy Giggles. Okay, so enough of that, really. So Wendy Giggles 100-gram skein. This is in the colour 03. There are a number of 10 colours of this. The cheapest place I found it was RKM Woods for £2.99. It is 100% acrylic, 360 or 393 yards, 360 meters or 393 yards. It is fairly soft. Now this is a DK, but I would say it was slightly on the thicker side of DK. Please recycle. Yeah, because this isn't paper. This has a shiny coat, so it's actually got a plastic coating. Don't put it in with your paper. There's the end. So we'll do that. And get it away from the cup so it can, oops, so it can spin round. And Wendy Giggles. Let's see if I will be giggling. It is nice and soft, yes. But let's work it up and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I am using the recommended size hook as well. Whenever I do these reviews, whatever it says on the label to use, that's what I use. So if you're saying in the comments, oh, you should have used a bigger hook, you should have used a smaller hook, this is a review as far as the yarn instructs. So if this was a DK and it told me to use a 9mm hook, I would use a 9mm hook. As it stands, this one says to use a 4mm, and so I'm using a 4mm. It feels nice in the hand. On the hook, I can feel it vibrate ever so slightly, which means I'm guessing it has a tendency to maybe squeak here and there. It isn't for me yet, thankfully, but I think the tendency is there. And we have a transition coming up. You can see that. So that was a quick go into another colour. And it's a sudden change as well, it's not a gradual. So next I will do a half double row. Nearly forgot what a half double was. Nearly. I kind of looked at this yarn and thought, oh, it might get a little splitty. Thankfully, it's not doing that either yet. Now this is made to make you smile. I suppose in the right colourway it might. I'm going to do a row of double crochet. Now the reason for me doing these woolly reviews It's always wool that we can get easily on this side of things. So here in the UK, whether that be wools from Europe or wools from the UK itself. But I won't be doing any yarn reviews for any other country apart from what's in continental Europe. And of course, if that's your kind of thing and you're always looking for wools from different countries, then heck, do the free thing. Subscribe if you want to. Okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to do one more row of single crochet. Oops. Oops. Oh, I did split it on that point, but I think that was more my fault. We're not here to judge the crocheter. Please don't judge the crocheter. And as we approach the end, after the chain, I'm going to do one last row of half doubles. And in the background, you can see stitch markers, something that I sell in my Etsy store amongst a few other things. Like here we have pin badges. Random one, there you go. Pin badges are a thing too. And crystals is another. If you care to go and take a nosy, I would very much appreciate it. And heck, if you can't afford or don't want anything, if you could favourite a couple of items, that would really help my shop a fair bit. It's kind of like giving a thumbs up on the video. Okay, so one more last row. Oops. One more last row to do. Oh, squeak. And that's going to be double crochet, are we going to get another transition in here? There's a slight dusting of darker green on this little bit of length here. And as I said that, I heard a little squeak. And I don't mean that I've got mice. Okay, one last stitch to do, and then we will visit frog. So stitch definition is fairly good. Transitions are very, very quick. Feels slightly nicer than your average acrylic yarn. There's a fair bit of elasticity there. Now let's go for a stroll with a frog. Nice gentle stroll. Now let's make it quicker. Let's jump on a moped. A fair old bit of kinkage. I mean, not major, but there's a fair bit there. So cheapest is $2.99. How much was on it again? $360. I'd say for that price, that's about your average. I definitely wouldn't want to pay more than that. So before I put this in the giveaway cube, what am I going to rate it? Would I turn my back on it? No. Would I be really annoyed if that was the only one in the shop and I desperately needed a variegated quick change DK? No. Would it be in my top 10? But have you got my others? None at all. Okay, I'll take it. Would I say, well, it's in my top 5. If you haven't got the other ones, okay, I'll grab it. I'm keeping it at 4. I think it's an average price for the yardage. There's nothing overly special about it. It's only 10 colours. There's not, you know, lots and lots and lots of choice. For me, I'm not keen on variegation, but for me, the change between colours is very, very quick. I prefer more of a solid, oh my gosh, more of a slow transition. You might be different, but the review is regarding the softness, how it works up, and the price for the yardage. I would say if it were softer, if it were cheaper, if it were maybe a little bit more yardage on it, I would go, do you know what? I'm going to take it to a 5. But for now, it's having a 4. And that's my review. Have you tried it before? If you have, let us know down below what you thought. And if you haven't, would you use it? Anyway, I hope you've subscribed. It's all free down below, and tap the notification bell, and hopefully I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.